Hey folks, BlackCross here, and welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. So everybody, we are here at Mount Battle, and we are continuing on our way into Area 9. So let's just go ahead and do Area 9 and get as far as we can. We're practically 2 areas away from beating Mount Battle and everything, so this is looking pretty promising so far. The battles have not been too overly difficult in terms of how my levels are and stuff, so I think we should be fine. We just gotta make certain we don't die. And we don't miss. That's the biggest problem right now, is that we don't. Well, I did hit Fire Blast, so the chances of hitting is going to be possibly high. Almost. Okay, let's see. There we go. I think we should be okay for the most part. So far, battles haven't been too awful bad. Except sometimes there might be one random occasion of like, okay, we gotta watch out for that. Okay. Didn't even look to see how many this trainer had. Okay. If I knew Dotrio, I probably thought to myself, it's gonna fly, ain't it? It's gonna just flip and fly, and I'm not gonna be able to kill it in one turn. Oh, come on. At this point, Dotrio will just die. Oh, Drill Peck. Okay, that was a little bit close for comfort. Can I just say that now? Ooh, wow, yeah, Zigzagoon. Good call right there. It's a whole, using, Sword Dance. It's funny, you know, it's like we look at some of this, we look at some of the abilities and stuff, you know, when we were kids, and we didn't think, oh, they're not gonna be handy, I'm not gonna use them. And now as an adult, we're like, no, that's actually more handy than it needs to be. And it's like, it's very not good. It's like, Sword Dance? Not gonna bother me. And then, years later, all of a sudden you see Sword Dance and you go, oh crap! It's like, there's multiple abilities that are like that, where we were kids and we're like, yeah, that's not a big deal. And then, growing up as adults, now played the game more times than we've been used to. We're used to these different abilities and stuff. And we're like, oh yeah, this could be a problem. Like, you wouldn't think of it, but, I forgot what some of the abilities, but any ability that raises your evasion, you don't realize how handy they are. You don't realize it until all of a sudden, a Pokemon that gets in, like, 2 or 3 invasion increase boosts, then it's like, I can't hit them. Why can't I hit them? Nothing's hitting them. And you're just like, what's going on? I can't hit them! And that's why. Okay. We're just gonna change Sumo for Shocker. Then Godog. Flamethrower on that one. because Sharpedo's just going to be a nuisance if I don't go ahead and do that. Plus, Shulker does need to level up a bit. In one hit. Shocker, Thunderbolt, Entei, hopefully. I know it's weird just switching out based on types and stuff, but it's like, at this point, battles are going to get a little bit tougher, and why not just go ahead and, you know, try to get them evened out if we can. I mean, this is a slow way for them to level up and stuff, but hey, it works. Okay, so we know for a fact that if I try using Thunder, it's not going to be effective, so... Switching back to God Dog again. Probably a good thing I did switch. You know, I guess I could go ahead and talk about that, with the Pokemon presentation that they did recently. By the time this video has already been long out, but the Pokemon Direct didn't really have anything major. I mean, they had a couple new things, but nothing like major. The biggest highlight, of course, was showing off more of Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then Pokemon Shining Diamond, or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I believe are the names. Somehow I'm getting them mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it's Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I watched them and stuff like that, and they've definitely improved a little bit since, like, they were first showcased. There were definitely some improvements. I feel like Pokemon Arceus could use a little bit more improvement, but that's not a bad thing. It's, how can I explain it? It seems like Breath of the Wild. You know, like, obviously Breath of the Wild, you know, it's definitely better looking compared to Arceus, but Pokemon Arceus just kind of looks a little janky. It kind of needs better improvements. I mean, if that game came out, like, you know, right around Colosseum age, you know, like this game, it probably would be, like, the most mind-blowing game ever. But it's like, yeah, no, it's, not working out well. I mean, not to say that it's terrible looking, but it could have used some improvements. But, as far as, like, detail and designs and ideals, I love it. I'm looking forward to the game's release overall. But I do feel like it could look better. You know, it's kind of like that whole, like, swagger. No, not going to. Swagger, it does come in handy, but I don't like using it. It's one of those things where it's like, if a Pokemon gets stronger, that's not a good idea to have. But, ooh, I forgot about that. Not looking good. Oh, I've got to deal with... Oh, I didn't even think of that. Okay, switching Pokemon now. Shocker, you're up. But, I guess what I'm trying to say is, Pokemon Legends Arceus could look better, but I do like how it's going. I do like how it's looking and stuff. It's looking really good. It's looking really promising. As for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, oh no! I forgot! Oh, Shocker's gonna die. It's survived pretty well. Okay, good. Good. Although something tells me that Shocker is going to die. Didn't even think of that. I was like, is that the fish that has like an earth type move? And I was like, no, it's a fish. It's a water type. Nope, it's got earth ability. So yep, that's not good. Oh, sorry, Shocker. That was poor planning on my end. Very poor planning. Seamlessly is able to take the hit, but it's like, yep, I didn't think of that. Okay, so let's see. But, where was I? Oh, yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a little bit more, every single time I see it now. But I'm still not a big fan of the chibi look. I mean, that's basically what it is. It is a chibi look. But it's like, I don't care much for that. I've never been a big fan of that particular style. I mean, thankfully it's not all the time, you know, when you go into like the contests or like whenever you go into battle, you do see regular character models, and that's good. But then when you go into like the open world and stuff like that, they're in their chibi forms, and I'm just like, I'm not a big fan of that. Well, I'm not a big fan of that. That's just personally me. Nobody else, just personally me. But I think I would give Diamond and Pearl a shot. If I had to pick which one, it would probably be more than likely, it would most likely be Diamond. But I do like it. I do like that. But if I was gonna pick any Pokemon game, I'm definitely gonna be getting Legends Arceus. Because in all honesty, I've actually wanted to experience a gameplay style of like, what would happen if it was like an actual open world game where you just, you know, you wasn't actually battling the Pokemon, but you would just capture them at random and stuff. You know, like trying to throw a Pokeball and stuff. Because they show that all the time in the show and stuff. Sometimes they can just throw a Pokeball and then boom, they caught it. But they've never actually done it, except for like, you know, the oh, I can't even think right now. The wild areas, not the wild, Safari Zone. Yeah, the Safari Zone, where you just either throw a rock or throw a Pokeball, or throw bait, whatever. But never have we actually seen that happen in just regular wildlife, you know? In the game, rather. So it's like, now's the perfect time to do it, an open world Pokemon game. It's about time, right? In the presentation, they showed off, wild Pokemon that would go, like, in rage mode and stuff like that, and I'm like, so is this the game's boss versions? It's a good thing, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like that would kind of outweigh its welcomeness. Sort of like how, not to say that, what's it called in Sword and Shield? Crap, I can't think of what it's called now all of a sudden. I'm thinking Mega, but it's like, no, that's not it. Dynamax! That's what it is, Dynamax. Why am I missing so badly right now? Okay. So where was I? Please don't be paralyzed. I mean, yeah, you are paralyzed, but I mean, you know, stop from paralyzed. Okay, I missed something. What? There we go. Now we're hitting it. Oh, well that's lovely. I didn't even think that thing's gonna get worse. Well, since it is gonna go down, might as well go ahead and try to finish this off before I die. Oh, that was very nice. Very, very nice indeed. But, where was I? Oh yeah, Pokemon Arceus. I do like it. I'm very much a fan of how it looks. Well, in terms of, like, the style, rather. You know what I mean? Like, graphically, it can definitely improve. But in terms of, like, the outcome ideal and design, I am looking forward to it. I don't think we're gonna kill this before then. I don't see it happening. I will be surprised if we were able to kill it in this turn. If it doesn't kill it with that move, then Reversal will. Oh, it... No, it hanged on! It hanged on by the skin of his teeth. That Pokemon was stubborn, what it was. That Pokemon was just pure stubborn. It was like, nope, I will not die today. No, I died. But I'll probably end up getting Arceus before I get, Brilliant Diamond, probably. More than likely. Like, sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, I'm not that big of a Pokemon fan sometimes, but then sometimes the Pokemon Company does something to the game that makes me go, I want to play this one now. Like, I was actually interested back whenever Sun and Moon came out. I was interested in wanting to get that. But, you know, one thing led to another, and, well, interest kind of fell out of place for me. Like, it's not Sun and Moon's fault, it's just, you know, I lost interest. But I guess it was also because of the fact that it was also on a handheld rather than consoles. Because it's like, you know, I liked it how it looked, but I just didn't care much for, it. And it only made it that much more because of the fact that it was on a handheld rather than a console. But when Sword and Shield came out, I definitely wanted to get that because it was going to be available for consoles. And I was like, if I was definitely going to make a statement for the Pokemon Company and Nintendo, it would be that I want more Pokemon games on consoles. I want more console variants, not just handhelds. And I get that the Switch is technically part handheld, and I get the Pokemon terminology and stuff, but at the same time, I just want more Pokemon games on consoles, and not these, like, mini-game things. I want, like, an actual Pokemon game. Like how Colosseum and XD was, you know? I want more of that. Also, she is a pure water trainer. I don't think that was a good idea on her end. But the good news is that technically we kind of are getting more console variants because of, you know, the Switch. You might as well say the Switch is Nintendo's new handheld, you know? It's like they can make a console, but they can definitely make the handheld variant, you know? Like, they don't have to concentrate on both consoles, they can just concentrate on the one, you know? Even though, yes, they have made more... They probably sold more of the Lite than they have of the actual Switch system itself. But thankfully, thanks to the OLED, at least they are making an effort to keep the Switch ideal going, you know? It just... You know what? I actually want to see numbers. I want to see the numbers for the Lite versus the regular, you know? I want to see which ones sold more. Like, Nintendo's bragged about, you know, how well the Switch has sold and stuff. But keep in mind, they have two versions of the system. I'm curious as to, like, what of the two have they sold more of? It's like investors, I imagine investors are like, well, it doesn't matter, they're both the same console. And to me, it's like, no, they're not. One is able to switch between one or the other, while for some reason the Lite only stays in handheld mode. You cannot put it in the dock. I'm sure someone has created like some kind of electronic tool that allows them to connect to a TV, but as far as I know, they have never like actually done it yet. I have never seen anyone actually have made it. It's like, as far as I know, the Switch Lite is just handheld. Handheld only. You cannot switch it to the TV. And it's like, I found myself actually getting into, not so much arguments, but trying to convince customers where it's like, yeah, if you get the Lite, you cannot dock it for the television. And they're like, well, why not? I said, because that was part of its design. It's like, well, why did they do that way? It's like, I don't know. I've often thought, why did Nintendo do that? Because it's like, whenever it originally happened, I was like, oh, yeah, I can totally see them just like, you know, don't sell the dock, just sell the tablet portion of it all, you know? I figured, yeah, that makes sense for a business model, you know? Sell it that way, and then later on, if you wanted to, you could, in fact, purchase a dock later. And they kind of did it, but they kind of permanented it to where it couldn't be switched to consoles. You know what I mean? So it's like, I kind of would like to see them display numbers of like, hey, so this is our numbers for the Switch variants. You know, you have the official Switch version versus the Switch Lite. I kind of like to see those numbers, because it would be fascinating to see which one sold well, because I think we would then be convinced as to like which one Nintendo will end up making the next version of a Switch, you know? Because let's face it, the OLED version of the Nintendo Switch, the improvements that was made was only made for like the handheld portion of the Switch. It was never really improved on that form, you know? I kind of wish it was. That it would... I mean, I knew they wouldn't do it, but part of me was like, you know, it would actually be good if they did make it to where it could run at a higher resolution. Because then you could be like, oh yeah, this is definitely the best system... excuse me. Best system that they made. But then it's like, as soon as it got announced for the OLED and everything like that, it's like, well, all the improvements improve the handheld experience, but not the console experience. And it's like, oh. It's like, why did they decide on that? Because, I mean, on the one hand, I knew they wouldn't do 4K version. Like, to see Nintendo go high resolution would be shocking. Like, even whenever the industry was going for, like, high resolution of 1080p and stuff like that, Nintendo didn't favor that. They just stuck with 720 Is it 20? Is it 720 or 780? I feel like it's... No, it's 480, so it is 720. My bad. But you get what I'm saying. I'm saying that Nintendo was never about graphical improvement. They've always been about the system gimmick. The gimmick within the system. You know, like how the Wii was, how the Wii U was, and then how the Switch was. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like Nintendo. You've got hundreds of IPs at this point. And that's what's selling the console, is for like the dedicated Nintendo fans. Whereas just the system itself, very rarely will it sell because of the system. Very rarely will it ever. Not saying that the Switch is bad, no, it's great. The fact that you can have both your cake and meal. I'm getting so messed up. I've got to deal with a battle and everything like that, and I'm trying to talk. It's not good. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's a great thing that Nintendo made a console and a handheld system. You know, it's like both worlds. The world that gamers wanted, you know? A place where they're not restricted of how they want to game, but rather how they're able to game. You know, they can play the game anytime they want to and stuff. But it's like, how? How do you make it to where you can play more? Well, let's make it to where you can put it on a console, but also, too, make it for a handheld. And it's like, to me, the regular system is perfect. But then when Switch Lite came out, then it was like, yeah, you just screwed it up. I better stick to Surf. So, what I'm trying to say is, I like the Switch. And I'm probably not going to get the OLED, because really, all the improvements is mostly towards, like, the handheld variant version, not the console variant. But I hope that they will, because there's definitely going to be another version of the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, it's going to be an upgrade version of the Switch Lite, but it's not going to be an upgrade for the main Switch version for a while. Like, we will see another reversion of the Switch Lite. That is going to be obvious. And if it ain't obvious to many people watching this, then you obviously have not been following the pattern of the Nintendo lineup. You know, especially when looking at, like, the DS and then the 3DS. It's like, they have had multiple versions of these consoles. It is not a shock. These Pokemon are actually starting to get a little bit harder now. I just now noticed that. Although I'm faster for some reason. But since I've been talking about this Switch and everything like that, how's everyone's day going along? It's like, oh yeah, how's your day going? I haven't asked that in a while. Hopefully you guys' days have been good. I have been, not so much desperately, but I've been trying to get things moving, you know, like trying to get to where the ball can finally start moving instead of being set in stone or whatever, you know. It's like, for some reason, we're not moving anywhere. And if it doesn't make sense right now, someday I hope to explain it to you. But for the time being right now, I'd rather not say anything until everything finally gets official. Because everything's been, like, postponed like, dozens of times. Every single time we do something, all of a sudden it's been postponed. And it's like, okay, can we just Can we just do it now, instead of waiting? You know, the more we wait, the longer it's going to take later on. And it's sort of like, okay, well, why can't we just do it, you know? And I get that getting things done at this time of age, it's like, yeah, COVID, it slows things down and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, we have technology. We can just get it done that way, instead of, like, waiting until, like, yeah, we'll wait until things calm down, and then we'll do it. And it's like, no, don't do that. I'd rather do it now instead of waiting. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the odd one, and I'm the only one who wants to try to get things done. Who are you aiming towards? Could have easily used reversal, then. If it was gonna try to kill me. Come on. Oh, well, that's lovely. Sumo's dead. And Shocker will be dead too. I will be surprised if it survived. Are you kidding me? It lived? My god, Shocker! You shock me sometimes. Okay. I can use Dragon Breath. You're gonna aim right at Shocker, ain't you? Kinda figured. Shocker, you're fast, but you're not fast enough. Espeon survived that. You know, I should probably focus most of my attacks on, Donphan. Alright, Donphan's down. Had I known it would have killed it in one turn, I probably would use something else for, whenever I, got after, the bird, but really, in all honesty, it's gonna die in the next turn, so it's like, yeah, we're fine. No need to aim our targets at that thing, they'll just die. Wow, Espeon's really surviving all of this. And then it's gonna die. We are doing really good right now. You know, I want to go ahead and take care of these two fights real quickly, but I'm going to switch my Pokemon around. It's probably not a good idea. No, let's do this. There we go. Give these Pokemon a break. I'm sure they're like, we're dying here. But it's like, don't worry. Watch it, this guy's gonna have a whole bunch of metal Pokemon, and it's like, I should have hanged on to God Dog. Nope, it's the fossil Pokemon. This is okay. This is fine. I don't know how fossil Pokemon can handle against Psychic and Dragon, but I think we'll be alright. Let's see. Okay, it survived. and that one just didn't trigger it. Well, that ain't bad. Oh dear, I didn't even realize it hit multiple times. Oh, please stop. Oh, for the love of humanity! What just happened there? Like, what? It knocked it out? Dadgum, that was rough. Oh, I could have used Earthquake. I forgot I could use Earthquake. Maybe super effective, but it ain't very effective. For some reason it survives, I can start using Earthquake. Oh yeah, start using Earthquake. Oh, don't you dare. This is gonna get annoying real quick. Okay, why wasn't that Espeon? Why didn't that hit instead of it being 5 frickin' times? I mean, dear gosh. And also, this is gonna get annoying real quickly. Please, Earthquake. Oh boy. This is gonna be a trend. Oh gosh. This is rough to watch right now. You know what, we're gonna do that. If it's gonna use that, we might as well go ahead and get used to it. Using Toxic. Oh, Heracross. Dadgummit. You're gonna be one of those annoying ones, ain't ya? Well, there goes my, Earthquake user. You know, since you're out there, I'm gonna go ahead and blast you with a Fire Blast. Fire Blast Flamethrower. Fire Blast has low accuracy. Let's not do that. There now, that knocked it out good. Of course, you give me Ninetales! How thoughtful of you. Except not really. The poison won't kill him. Okay, I'm pretty sure Ninetales has other abilities. Why did it decide to use Flamethrower on God Dog, of all beings? I don't know. 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 I don't understand. I think after this one we'll probably end the episode, because this is actually going to get very long here. What it will. Very long, in fact. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here, and in the next one we'll finish off Area 9 and move on to Area 10, the final area. This is getting exciting, folks. We're almost at the top of the mountain. Or in this case, the volcano. See you in the next one.